The Bucs trounce the Dolphins 45-17. Here's your recap.
Climb aboard with Steven and Scott and batten down the hatches.
So the Bucs win 45-17 over Miami Dolphins. It was a competitive game up to about the fourth quarter where we kind of ran away with it. I think it was a 7-point game going into the fourth quarter, but the Bucs strung together a couple touchdowns back to back.
They weren't really getting a whole lot of pass rush. There was 2 sacks on Brady. One of them was Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
Against O.J. Howard.
It's the NFL. Like, you're going to give up a sack or 2 a game.
Yeah.
So what, he gets sacked twice? Like, even against, like, bad teams, they're going to get 1 or 2 on you. I mean, so it's not, like, the end of the world.
I thought we would do well if we actually ran the ball. I felt like we would do pretty well. All of our backs were all over 4 yards per carry. Even Tom Brady had that 13-yard scamper.
Which didn't really end up mattering, but it was still a good heads-up play by him to get yards and get out of bounds and at least get a field goal attempt out of it.
My girlfriend, she's a big Bucs fan too. On that little 13-yard scamper that Brady took off for, she was saying, poor Brady, he really is showing his age on that run. And I'm like, honestly, like, he's more mobile now than he's been for most of his career. Like, he's always kind of been a little like a clunky mover.
I don't know. I think he might be able to beat her in a foot race.
No, I don't know. Yeah, you'd be surprised. She's pretty fast.
We got to break that run down. We got to see how fast he was running.
Yeah.
Would he run 13 yards and then go out in the street and try and see if we're faster than Brady or not?
Yeah, for sure.
You mentioned Antonio Brown. I remember the first catch he made yesterday. I just remember saying, like, dude, I'm liking him more and more. That was before he caught the touchdown and ran it in. If he continues to play as well as he did yesterday, he's going to be, like, unstoppable this year, especially going into the playoffs. You can't guard the dude. Every time he gets the ball, you're like, something good's about to happen.
Yeah, those like short little screen, like wide receiver screen passes he catches when he looks like dead to rights. He's always getting a few extra yards. Really, his route running is, like, incredible when you watch him, and, like, just the subtle moves he makes to just get that little bit of separation. It's crazy how he sets people up, and he just gets wide open. He's super elusive once he gets the ball in his hands, and, like, he genuinely looks like he just has, like, so much fun.
You could see it too. Like, every first down he gets, he's like,
he's like amped.
Almost overly amped. He's like the Martin Grammatico of wide receivers. You know, it's like, all right, let's calm down. We're not winning yet by 28 points. Maybe later in the game we will be. Before we go on, we want to let you guys know about this sweet deal we have on this custom long Tom Cannon t-shirt design, available in different colors and styles. Check the link in the description below to get yours now, and be sure to use promo code BDTH at checkout for 10% off.
I felt like that this would be a big sack game for us.
Levante David got 1. Shaquille Barrett got 1.5, and then Vita Vea got 0.5, so that's 3.
And you look back on that and, like, how many opportunities we missed too. Like, some of that was just Brissett being a beast and just shucking people off, but there were a few too that guys just missed.
You mentioned Joe Tryon.
Yeah, he missed a couple early. I feel like JPP had him at one point, and I think the club that he had on got in the way.
Yes, I do recall that. It's like he couldn't grab him.
Yeah, he had the one
right
hand,
of him.
and he kind of shucked him.
And we did get the strip sack too.
That was Shaq on that blind side again, which I keep harping on over and over. I feel like he's just so deadly from that side. The other 2 guys, JPP and Tryon, should be working against that right tackle, and Shaq should that should be his spot on that blind side. Just give him as many opportunities as possible.
Yeah, I mean, they should let him do that until it stops working. It doesn't seem like it stopped working yet. The touchdown they did score, where it looked like JPP was supposed to drop back in coverage.
That's a hot audible. You just change that at the line, and you're like, that's where we're going.
Yeah, they caught that and burned us on it. I mean, there's not much we could do there other than call a different play completely, but
yeah, exactly.
That play has probably worked in the past when teams didn't catch it. It's a gamble early in the game. I wasn't too upset about it.
It would be nice to see them rotate him more head up on the line, rushing from the inside, because Tryon is playing well.
You're saying get them both out there at the same time?
Yeah, his snaps are down. Rotate those guys on the actual line a little more and let JPP rush from inside there. Then you can have Tryon going against the right tackle. Then you can have Shaq over there against, the blindside tackle. He's your franchise guy, and he makes things happen over there. Another huge thing from this game is injury bug this year. Just seems like it's steady for us. Like, Tom Brady hurt his thumb. He still played through it pretty well. And then the other big injury is Levante going down with that sprain. I like Kevin Minter, but I don't feel he has the range that Levante has, and no one really does.
So for me, one of the few negative things, or probably maybe the only negative thing I could take away from this game was this play. This was 2nd and 8. It was literally the second play of the game. He rolls out and hits the receiver down the sideline there. To me, it didn't look like crazy clear on the other views. It definitely looked like it could go either way, but they already called it a catch. I wasn't worried we were going to lose this game, but if this were a bigger game, like if this is against, the Rams or something in the playoffs, you're going to need your timeout, and you're possibly going to need a challenge late in the game. I just didn't feel like it was a really good challenge, like as far as a coaching decision.
I can definitely see that perspective, but it's also like you don't want to start off that game and put your defense at a disadvantage. The energy in the stadium, you could feel it. It was like that was not a catch.
So looking ahead to next week, we're going to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Bucs are favored about 6.5 points right now. You had pointed out they're a little more susceptible to the run, with Brady possibly having his thumb bothering him on Thursday. Hopefully we can lean on the run a little bit more.
Leonard Fournette starting to get that playoff swing back to him a little bit, becoming more elusive and like getting confident with the.
And he's running people over.
Yeah.
He had a couple plays where he just like straight up fought for more yards.
Oh, yeah.
It definitely didn't look like he was going to, so he's running with a little bit more tenacity.
He's using every element of his game. He's starting to catch the ball really well.
That's true too.
We definitely are a passing team, but give Brady a little time to heal that thumb. Don't make him try and sling it around the yard for over 50 or 60 passes. Just kind of contain Jalen Hurts as much as possible. Guys we got to look out for on their squad are, Zach Ertz at the tight end position, which not having Levante is going to be tough. You'd almost like to see him drop a safety in there, an extra safety
in the box.
Yeah, maybe Whitehead or something. He's really good against the run and coming downhill. Just containing. Devontae Smith is another guy. He's, their first round pick, and he's been doing really well this season. They got some guys that can get deep. So if they threaten that run with Jalen Hurts and he ends up pulling up and kind of hitting a guy deep, like, that's something that we don't want to see.
I went to CVS before the game. I had to buy something, and the two cashiers behind the counter were arguing about the Bucs only win because they have Tom Brady. And then the other girl was saying he brought the talent out of everybody else. Girl A was like, oh, I'm a Saints fan.
Oh, wow.
And then I was like...
Feel sorry for her.
Yeah, I was like, well, who would you rather have, Tom Brady or Jameis Winston? And she was like, as a husband, Tom Brady.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, totally didn't address the quarterback issue at all. I was like, all right, that's fair. Like, me too, almost. All right, see you later. Give me my receipt. I'm out of here.
Who wouldn't want Tom Brady as their husband, I guess?
Pay my bills.